Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers? We're back.
We're back, everybody, and we're
Guess who's
better
back?
than ever. Was that convincing?
Why don't you sound like you believe what you're saying? Every word,
don't.
every syllable. What's
no.
You okay? You okay, Seth? You okay over there?
I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I'm hanging in there, man. I moved. That's why. It was funny when I moved last week. I didn't think I was gonna just kill the whole show. That's just what ended up happening, though.
That was all you.
Out.
Yeah.
It was all my fault.
Definitely.
Sorry, guys.
Not me.
No. Had nothing to do with you.
It was me.
What was funny, Amanda's usually the one that's like busy and flying around the world and whatnot. She was the one person who could have done the show last week.
I was like, I'll do it. I was like,
Hey,
if
guys.
you want it to be solo, I'll do it.
just stick Amanda in front of the camera and let her do it. Yeah, it was funny. We were just we were all just really busy. It's a rare occasion that like we have so many hosts and all of them are just supremely busy. But it happened last week. And it is what it is. So, thanks everybody for understanding. But we're back this week, and it does me good to see you guys. Happy to see y'all. Yeah, video games and friends and stuff.
Oh, Seth.
I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny, but it's just... I wish I could help you. Maybe I should drive
Hanging
4
in there.
hours.
There you go.
Yeah, we're not all that far away anymore, Locklith. We're both... I'm a Texan now too, Locklith. So
Come whip your house into shape.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's actually room for you in here in this tiny little apartment. This is a Locklith-sized apartment.
If you have a cupboard, you could have room for Locklith.
yeah,
She can go in the
Locklith's
drawer.
no bigger than my little Boba Fett right there. She's the same size.
Put her on the shelf.
Just stick her on
Just
there.
sit up there.
Locklith's part of my background now.
Just her dangling legs. Just sitting on the shelf.
Oh, goodness gracious. Guys, I don't know if you knew this. Next week is Extra Life.
Oh, I knew.
Oh,
I forgot.
Next week. You forgot?
that's
No.
so soon.
It's crazy how soon it is.
I wish we'd been talking about it for like a little while. We could have been ready for this. If
I
only
mean,
we
it's
were aware that it was
Really
coming.
snuck up on us.
Dang.
I mean, low-key, it really snuck up on me. I was like, oh, I need to find transportation. Oh,
I need to get my
Next
life
week.
together.
What?
I keep thinking Halloween is in like 2 weeks. Like even today I was like, oh yeah, in like 2 weeks Halloween. And somebody who sits around the corner from me was like, no, Halloween is next Thursday. I was like, oh,
You don't have transportation?
no.
Oh,
Enterprise is waiting for me. It's fine. They're always waiting. It's fine.
Okay. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
We'll be
I'm sure
so
you'll be
good.
there.
We'll be so good.
I'm sure Amanda will be there. I'm sure
Hey,
everyone,
can't wait to probably see you.
I roll in. I'm like, hello. I've like run all the way here.
She shows up
That's
on like
true.
November 9th. Hey guys, I'm here.
That's the thing with Amanda though. Amanda could just run. Like she could make it. You know, she could just
Yeah.
do that. It would be okay. But yeah, we'll all be there. Everybody here will be there, as well as the vast majority of the Carpool gaming hosts, and it's gonna be really fun. We got a lot of stuff planned, and I gotta say, man, like the support on Patreon and Twitch and like merch sales, you guys really came through for us for Extra Life 2024, and we've been able to afford some really cool stuff, and it's gonna be awesome. And
man.
can't wait. It's crazy that it's so close. Doesn't quite feel real, but yeah. I mean, you know, whatever. This time next week, I'll be getting ready to fly out.
Yeah.
Fulia's flying like in 3 days, she says. So she's
I think
got
she
go
has
across
to.
the world.
I think what she does, because she's in Australia, of course. So to fly from Australia to America, She just goes straight up in the sky and lets the world turn underneath her, and then she just comes back down.
Drops down.
Yeah.
And then she's like, good flight.
She's missing St. Patty's Day, I think, to come.
Oh, because she has to skip
Exactly.
it. That's right. Yeah.
She has to skip it. Yeah, she has to
Yeah.
find her way into a warp
Wear your
zone.
green.
Yeah. She's gonna come to Extra Life with like 25 issues of the newspaper from Australia.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
She's from
Sports
the future.
Almanac.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yes.
Totally.
That's how that works. That's science.
Yeah, so we're all going to be there. It's going to be super fun, and we hope to see y'all there. We're going to be on YouTube and Twitch, which will be really cool as well. And yeah, of course, that merch is still available, carpoolgaming.com. You can still get your merch over there as well, and everything goes directly into supporting the Extra Life stuff, and we really appreciate y'all. While we're live on Twitch, you can also gift merch to Twitch chat, so do be aware of that. You can hit that little gift to Twitch chat option. Do be aware of that, Sean. Do aware of that.
Doobie doobie doo.
Yon32 says he found some vegan Kit Kats for Amanda.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So excited. Yeah, Jan and
Just
I
gotta
were
eat 'em the
talking
right
about
way.
vegan foods from Canada. He's bringing vegan foods.
Let's go.
Vegan.
Yeah.
Ketchup chips.
Oh, yeah.
Just for Lachlan.
I may vom right now.
That might be a fundraising goal for us.
Just a quick little vom, you know.
Oh, throw that in. Yeah, throw that in the dock there, Sean. Lachlan
Yep.
eats ketchup chips.
If we raise
Just-
$1,000, Lachlan will eat a bag of
Just a
ketchup
cute little
chips.
vom later on.
Vom
in the
on
show.
stream.
Bomb.
Just, you know, short little
Not a
cute little
vom.
vom.
What
little-
is that?
Just in the mouth
Yummy.
a little.
He just-
You
Swallows
want to
it.
catch it a little?
Vom.
Yeah, just catch it.
What was that?
Not a full-on
thing?
vomit. Just a little
like-
vom.
Just a vom.
Just a cute little
Yeah.
vom. Yeah.
cute little vom.
Cute
It's
little
got like a
vom.
little cute face on it, and then
Yeah. One tear.
What was that? What was? You remember like a year or more ago, Sean was like a PCP, a pop and chips party or whatever. We
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, pop
But
and
with-
chips party.
But the chips
No, pop
are
chips
just
and
all-
parents. Pop chips and parents. It's when you have
Oh,
a, that's
okay.
that's
Yeah.
you just going nuts, but in your parents' basement.
Well,
Pop chips
there'll
and
be
parents.
parents there. You'll be there. You're a parent.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
you are a parent.
I'll be like, hello,
Dad.
children. Hello, children.
Hello, fellow kid. Yeah.
Dad?
Hi, Chef.
Dad, I threw
Dad.
up.
Dad, I float up.
I froed up. Yeah.
I throwed up,
man.
Dad.
It'll be no different.
No, same.
I'll show up and cleaning up a mess, man. Taking care of my
Anyways.
kids.
Starthene in the chat just says stop.
What?
Well, it's gonna be super
Maybe we should take a
fun.
break more often.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should take another week off.
Yeah, take another week off.
Bye.
Yeah, it's funny. We gotta. Yeah.
Actually, we might. We should probably talk
Yeah.
about that. I think we're not getting a traditional Nintendo Drive next week. We're all gonna be traveling
Yeah.
this time.
We're all
next
gonna be
week.
dead. What are you talking about?
Oh God,
We're gonna be
Armageddon!
like,
Jesus,
Everyone's gonna be sleep deprived and full of smoke and alcohol and all of
World's
these
gonna be
things.
over.
Oh, yeah, you
We're all
know
gonna
it.
be dead.
A cute little vom and pass away.
The little ghost comes out of you.
Just the whole your whole spirit just out.
There was actually a question about this because people were curious. Quaggy did ask. He says, "It is I, the Quaggy King of the Xenobabes, with next Thursday, and I think he means Thursday, being Halloween. Will the
course.
Nintendo Drive be postponing its weekly episode to record to a live audience in Rome, New York? Additionally, if so, will this be the first post-show recorded to a live audience?" So
I offered
Oh,
a Halloween stream, remember? In their
That's
chat.
true.
I was like, are we going to dress up? And everyone's like, what are you talking
I was
about?
like,
We're
Amanda,
leaving. I was like,
I love your energy. I will be on a plane at like 3 o'clock the next morning.
It's like the second time this month. Amanda's like, "Let's do this." We're all like, "We're out of here, man. What are you talking
I'm like, why
about?"
do I
Sorry,
even show
Amanda.
up? It's okay. I'll do the solo show,
can do it.
Halloween.
There you
Okay,
go.
spooky.
Yeah. Amanda
Yeah,
can
we'll
pull
be
that
we'll
off.
be trick or treating this time next Thursday, and then like immediately after trick or treating is done, I'm driving to the airport. That's how that
Yeah.
goes.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
I'll be
dude.
going
and
to bed.
I gotta be watching and be like, Lincoln, I think you're done. I think that's it. I think I gotta get on a flight. So let's wrap it up, buddy. I think you got enough candy. It's 9 o'clock. Let's go.
Oh,
So we'll see.
okay.
I'll be with my
Yeah.
parents. I'm gonna convince them to go to
Trick-or-treating.
my No. I'm gonna
They
convince him
take
to
you out
go.
trick or treating.
I'm gonna convince him to take me to my aunt and uncle's house, and we could just have beer
Oh, there you
Sounds
go.
awesome.
with my relatives. They don't even
sounds
know it
nice.
yet.
That's not bad. Yeah, well, I guess to answer the question, yeah, we will, I'm sure, we're all four going to be there. We kind of have to podcast from there, right? I mean,
Yeah, I
Should
think
we do Halloween at Extra Life?
I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I know that there are some Halloween-esque things, kind of.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
docket. So
Yep.
maybe that's not completely out of the question. I don't know.
some costumes.
Join me next Thursday on the Nintendo Drive. We will celebrate Halloween. All of you all and I. Don't worry. We're good.
I would love to see a solo Amanda show.
It
of
would
the
be
would
Nintendo
too.
so
Drive.
bad.
That would be great.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Based
that'd
off
be
my
awesome.
games list today, I don't know. It might not be anything great. It won't be Nintendo related, but it's fine.
That's
Talk
okay.
about puking.
I'm about to say,
Just a
we're
little
talking
bomb.
about puking and vomiting and whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
just repeat what we're doing here. Same show notes.
I'll recite it. I'll write it all down and be like, Lockless,
yeah.
Sean.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's certainly plenty of podcasting on the docket. I don't know about a post show. Maybe I don't know. I don't.
Like
think
the
We
whole
need to
thing is a
record it
post show.
away from the people.
Yeah.
We'll have to go gaggle away from the people and do a post show
Yeah.
so nobody can watch it live.
That's weird too, right? Because that was kind of a thing last year. Like last year, we kind of rolled straight into the Nintendo Drive live, this basically as soon as we got there last.
You got there, and we're like, let's go.
And we
Yeah.
just did a podcast, and we didn't even really. We did take questions from the live audience, which was fun, but we barely talked about Nintendo at all. We just kind of hung out and just talked for an hour, and that was it. And there was no post show, so so I don't know. Post show I can't make any promises, but we're certainly going to be podcasting while we're there, for sure. And there's some other fun stuff that we're planning to, in terms of we're all going to be staying in the same house, so there's certainly going to be some stuff going on there. Lachlan, did you see Jan's comment? Is that what got you there? Post show might just be shots of Jack and
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Beer pong and cigs.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We're all gonna
So,
go back home coughing up a lung,
Yeah.
Not
raising a
me.
lot of money for those kids.
This is
Yeah.
for the children.
For the
For the
children.
kids. Yeah.
Just light up
Yeah,
another
exactly.
For the
Yeah,
kids.
but I want to say too, real quick, before we move on, donations are already being accepted. So you can go to extra-life.org/participant/carpool gaming and donate now already. And I think we're already over $1,000 towards our goal. Is that right?
It's over 1,000. We're way
my
ahead of where
God.
we were last year.
Oh,
This is
dang.
insane. Yeah,
That's
you guys
crazy.
are nuts.
Are we running?
Absolutely nuts. We got an
Going
hourly
to-
sponsor, by the way. We got our first hourly sponsor. Cwagmire donated $150, and he's going to be on the bottom corner and saying, "This is brought to you by Cwagmire." So that's incredible. Tony Baker also up there as well. I think he's got 2 hours. He's got to tell me
Yeah.
which ones they are. Tony Baker, it's nuts. It's nuts. You can look. People wanted bigger goals. You can donate $250. You get a little Bobby stuffy. You got one. I got it right there. Right there. That cute little guy right there. You can get one of 3. Only 3 are being made. Okay? Only 3. That's it. Limited edition. And don't sell them on eBay because I'll know. All right, Lachlan? Don't you dare. I will know. $250 donations get
I
you that.
won't.
You could donate $500 and you'll be the sponsor of one of our shows.
The delayed
Oh, man.
reaction. She was like, "Should I even respond to this?" And then she's like, "I won't."
I won't.
I wasn't
Could
going
never.
to.
That's funny.
I'll know.
Well, another thing you were saying, Sean. People wanted bigger
incentives.
incentives, right?
Yes.
So you can donate. Is it $500 to sponsor this show, like any
That's
of the
right.
drives?
That's
and
right.
then $1,000 sponsors the big game of the year, end of the year episode that we always do. That's our biggest.
right.
Always our most popular piece of content of the year. It's a huge event. We go for hours. It's going to be
Days,
bedlam
maybe.
this year. It's going to be days.
We got
this
12
year.
of us this year.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a
12 days of
14-hour
Christmas.
podcast. Exactly.
12 days of Christmas, exactly.
I
A day
said
for each
days and then
host.
14 hours.
Yeah,
Days,
each host
I
gets
say. Mm-hmm.
their own day of game of the year discussion. Yeah, so you can sponsor that as well, and that's really cool. So, if you wanna be our hero baby, you can do that. You know,
Somebody's going to be a hero. I know it. I know it's coming. We're going to get to $10,000. We've never done it before. We've come close, but we've also not been at $1,000 this far up from game day. We haven't even started yet. Okay? We do like these streams. I've been firing up a stream just like testing stuff and like building stuff and doing like crappy graphic design because I'm not talented. But like donations come in. You guys are crazy. This year, I'm telling you, it's going to be good. And all my self-doubt and hatred and disappointment in myself will just wither away. You can power it, dear listener. You can do this.
You can make me feel good about myself.
Donate.
I need this.
This has got to be worth something. It can't be for nothing.
It can't be for nothing. I've been here in my cave, typing away, planning the D&D stuff for this year. I do still have everybody's character sheets on this shelf behind me.
Oh, nice. Yes.
So that's right. So it's going to be fun. Going to be good times.
I'm pumped.
Okay. Do we want to talk about video games?
I would love it.
What do you think? You'd love it? Okay.
Yes, please.
Who wants to start us off? What's everybody been playing? What's been going on?
I've been playing a lot.
Lachlan, go.
You go,
Yeah, Lachlan.
I've got a lot of games. I'm just going to list off 2 that are not spooky related. Europa. I've been playing Europa
Oh, it looks
on
pretty.
Steam. It is. It's very Studio Ghibli, very floaty. I like the floating aspect of it.
I like that too.
You have to hit these little, so you're an android on Europa, which is one of Jupiter's moons. Jupiter. And so you're floating.
I was like, what?
I went drops of Jupiter in my head.
That's what I was, literally, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
That's from a show. I can't remember the name of it. But anyways. So you're a little android, and the creator of you and all the things in this world of Europa, basically he's, no longer there. So you're finding these letters from him and seeing all the creatures that he made and created this world. Basically, he set the moon up for success for everyone else to join later. And so it's basically you there as the little android guy, Z.
It's Sean.
Yeah, it's Sean.
Sean.
That's me.
And
My
you're
blue
like
eyes.
exploring. You're exploring, there's puzzles, there's shrine related-ish puzzle stuff, and it's just pretty. I like it. I like
Look
it
how
a lot.
pretty.
It is pretty.
I played
Yeah.
the demo of this and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda
Yeah, the
sad.
demo, it is, because, he's like your dad, like the creator.
Like a
that you're-
Pinocchio thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that vibe from it too. It's
Just
kind of
like
like
me.
Yeah, just like Sean.
I have a dad.
Sean's dad, very much alive
Every
and
game
well.
is so relatable to me. Hey,
If
it's
only
me
the
again.
rest of us could say the same.
This looks like you.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
But you have to find all these little like notes from him and just kind of explore. But the way it like floats, like you kind of gain certain abilities as you progress, of course. And so you can't just fly around. It's not as simple as that. You have to hit these specific, I don't know what you would call them, like bundles of air that like
Yeah.
help shoot you up further or shoot you out farther, and you just kind of float around. But it's super nice, and I like how you can traverse through the world. I haven't gotten super far into it. I played a little bit outside of my playthrough here that we're watching. But I played the demo, so I already knew I was gonna enjoy it. So,
Dude,
Yeah.
we're looking at him like running up to a grave that just says Adam.
it just says Adam.
And my I don't know, Lachlan, I think you're another like person whose mind is corrupted by vines. But all I could think of was that vine where the dude blows the smoke off the table and he's like, Adam. That's all I think of when I see that. So it's supposed to be this like
Adam.
tearful moment, and I'm just thinking, Adam. Anyway. Pretty game. Really
It
pretty
is. It is really pretty, but very Studio Ghibli style, and just music too is really nice, or reminiscent of that, and definitely like it. Matthew Thomason did the music. It says
Shout
right
outs
there.
to Matthew
Yeah.
Thomason.
Shout outs.
Shout
Making a
out
comeback.
Matty T.
Maddie T.
Yeah. Love to see
Yeah.
it.
Love
So
it.
that was-
It's
that
on
was-
Switch.
That was one. Yeah, it's on Switch. I played it on Steam, but I think you can play the demo on Switch too. So basically what you see in my video is basically what you'll play and see in the demo. So if you don't want to be spoiled, definitely go play the demo instead of my video. But if you want to be spoiled, then do both.
Nice.
I will.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Sean will.
And then, I don't know. Sean game?
Sean game. Total Sean game.
I think I would like it. It's funny that you say, like, that's different than what a Sean game is, though, I think.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not a Sean game. I think Sean would play it for like 15 minutes and be like, that's cute, and then move on. You know?
I really hate that I do that.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that, because, by the way, that's exactly what I kind of did with it. I played the demo, and that's exactly what my thought was. That's cute, you know, but it didn't really, I didn't feel drawn to play more or anything, but, it's cute. And, there's something there. I just don't know if I find it's not the kind of thing that I'm going to, play the full thing of. You know, I didn't feel like I was drawn to play the whole game or anything. But it was cute. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's just not necessarily, winning my time over the other stuff I'm playing, you know?
Yeah, so. I gotta say, the presentation of it looks incredible. Very cinematic. The cinematography looks really good, and then obviously this effort to make it look like a movie with opening credits and everything like that. I love the presentation of it. Kind of demands my attention, but yeah, whether or not that keeps me around, I don't know. But it's
looks a little Geppetto-ish. The dad, look at him.
He does.
He does look a little like Geppetto.
Well, he created you, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, what else has been going on? What else you been playing?
Still chipping away at Disney Illusion Island.
Ooh.
I like that. I like it.
Very good.
Playing as Donald Duck only.
Yeah, you are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are.
I like having the plunger going up the walls type of thing. And it's just I don't know if I'm super invested in the story, to be fair.
No. It's nonsense.
It's just turn your brain off. Just explore everything you haven't explored. That's basically all I'm doing. But I'm having a fun time.
That's the
It
game.
is fun. I'm glad you got a good deal on it.
Yeah. Half off or something. I don't know.
Pretty good.
It was very strange.
Yeah.
That's 50%.
Yeah, I know. It's a sale.
Couldn't afford not to get it.
I know, right?
We haven't done the sale thing in a long time.
Yeah. Sale.
There.
Nice. There, we did it. Check that box.
Applause.
Okay.
I'm so excited to be here.
I just want to help everybody.
just help everybody's energy levels.
Everybody's just oh, come on, guys. We can get through it.
We're making it through. Y'all, I've said this publicly. After Extra Life, I'm coasting the rest of the year, y'all. I'm just going to play RPGs and do what I have to do and just survive, man. You know? Mm-hmm. I'm in coast mode. It's been a long year, but Extra Life is going to give me, I think, the burst that I need to get through the rest of the year, man. So I'm just counting down to Extra Life at this point.
Yeah, think about those cigarettes.
Oh my
Just thinking about the cigarettes, thinking about the years they're going to be taken off my life.
I know, it's so bad.
No.
I can't tell if we're joking anymore. I honestly don't know if we're kidding.
Listen,
at this point, I'm afraid to ask.
I have partooketh earlier this week, so I know exactly what I was missing, and I look forward to it.
Oh my god.
That's all I'm going to say.
The words that Lockleth chooses to make longer is pretty funny.
And the super past tense, he did 3 times. Partooketh.
Yeah. I partooketh the smoketh.
I love it. You
that.
kill me, man.
Smoketh.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
The smoketh?
Smoketh.
In the smoketh.
The smoketh.
All right. What else has been going on? What else you got here?
And then all the last 3 of the games that I've played recently have been on the spookier horror side.
Okay.
One being a game called Deeplanders,
Whoa.
Okay.
which is a management sim. It's just the demo is what I
Spooky.
played. I think you can play the demo on Steam through tomorrow, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know if it's today or if it's tomorrow, but it was part of Steam Next Fest. And I think it ends tomorrow, possibly. So, yeah, you can play the demo for Deeplanders. I did not know anything about this game. The publishers emailed me and said, hey, we have a demo, try it out. And so I always like test a little game first before I make a video on it, whether it's, worth the time. And 2 seconds looking at the menu, I was like, okay, I have to play this for a video. So you build these little homes, but they're called deep landers, like the little guys. They're just little guys. And
They're little guys.
Yeah, they're just little guys. And so they each have their own things that they want and don't want. Like some of them want to live with someone else. Some of them want to live in a house with no neighbors next door. Some of them want to live next to a church. Some of them want to live near a disco place or like a gym. Like they have very specific needs. And as you build up each, I guess, level, you fill it up and then you unlock the next like layer. And so you can fill up to, I think the demo got me through 5 layers. But not only are you like going to the next layer and the first layer like goes away, like you can see the previous layer and all the others like in the distance in the back.
Oh, okay.
So like it's like you can see all, and you can like go and like kind of like shuffle through like all the layers as you're progressing through the game. And I thought that was really neat.
That's neat.
And
that's
very
cool
aesthetically pleasing for like a spooky-ish Halloween-y type of game. And you can turn off the music, which I did pretty soon after starting the game because I really like the ambient sounds, like the rain and like the birds chirping. Like you can change the time of day. Like this part right here, it says too much noise, turn the music down, and that's exactly what I did.
This looks cool. I do like that effect because I don't play a lot of these like city builder things, but SteamWorld Build has something like this, but it's like, it's layers like going underground. This is kind of neat that it's like a foreground and background sort of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I definitely had a fun time playing it. I think I did it in like, I played it like an hour and a half maybe overall. So it wasn't like a super long, it was just the demo, but I'm excited to see kind of how they, make changes to it or whatever. I'm excited to see more for sure. And I never heard of this game. Just kind of played it on a whim. So.
Well, I just Googled, I was trying to see if this is coming to Switch, and I Googled Deep Landers Switch, and lockless videos the top result on Google.
Nice.
Hey,
way to
let's
go.
go.
Right
There you
underneath
go.
hers is when Seth previewed this game 3 weeks ago.
I'd never heard of it. So
That would be amazing.
Isn't that just the
there you
way?
go.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
It looks great. I love the style of these little, like they are just little guys. They just kind of like, they got a great animation as they walk around. They jump off a cliff to get started. That's a little concerning.
And they hop across
Lemmings.
to get to the houses, and it's so cute to me.
Their animation is great. Yeah, every bit of design here is excellent. I love this.
The houses are really curvy, like Tim Burton looking
Very
houses.
much. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
looks cool.
very portrait style of the houses. You can change how they look. You can add,
Oh, look at how many layers there can be.
yeah, and like I get to like 5 layers at the end. Like it looks wild, but it's
Yeah.
so cool looking.
This is cool.
It gets
I
hard
like it.
too, because at a certain point, certain ones, like right here, there's ones that want to be on specific layers. And if you've already built there, you kind of have to move things around. Yeah, and it does, Stevens NES says in the chat, it looks like limbo. I guess that's a very good way to describe how your character
Silhouettes.
looks. Yeah,
Yeah.
the silhouettes.
Oh, do you
shifting
scroll the
between
mouse
the
wheel
layers?
to get
Yeah,
to get into
yeah,
the,
you scroll on, you use the scroll on your mouse to shift.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yes.
That's good
Yes.
stuff.
Very nice.
Y'all are so nerdy.
Oh, this.
Oh man.
Sound effects.
I've just been like watching you go between the layers. I'm like, oh, I hope you have to scroll the mouse wheel to get in and out of that.
Oh my gosh. Do I need to
I
offer
love
y'all a
stuff like
cigarette
that.
right now? Like, are we good?
Could
Not
use
yet.
one, man. Yeah. Close. Soon.
Soon.
The time for cigarettes will come.
Soon.
Please donate to our
But
fundraiser for children in hospitals.
Soon we'll be in a hospital and we'll need
Oh,
your,
man.
I love it.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
It's fine. But yeah, Deep
looks
Landers.
great.
Definitely
Nice
recommend.
preview. Nicely job.
Definitely recommend. And then a video that I put out today, which, if I can quote Bowza's comment on the video, what the hell am I watching? It's called Amanda the Adventurer.
It's you.
I've seen this game. I saw it at PAX. I don't like it. That's not me.
This
game is weird.
That's not me.
This just came out on consoles and Switch. It's been out on PC.
Okay.
Amanda the Adventurer 2 is now out on PC, which I assume will eventually come to consoles as well. So I'm actually playing the first one. And yeah, it's exactly what Amanda said. It's weird. It's weird.
It's real weird.
It's wild. You're just in an attic and you're putting in these little VHS tapes of what looks like a normal kids television show, but it gets very strange very quickly. And it gets, Amanda gets a little, not the Amanda on the show here, obviously, but the Amanda on the TV gets a little bit mean and also very scary. So it's a short game. You can, like, I get to one potential, I guess, ending or one death in this video.
Okay.
But there's several different ones apparently. I've unlocked 2 now since I've put this video out today. So I've seen at least 2 different ways that it can end essentially. But yeah, it's
Oh, I don't like that.
Yep, there's a weird doll. There's you're doing simple like puzzling, but you have to pay attention when you watch the tapes, even though you're just like in a weird way, just like, what am I watching as things are happening? Because you have to pay attention to like context clues to then solve whatever puzzle you have to solve in the room that's around you. So it does get very strange. And she's got, Amanda's got a little pet friend called Wooly. And Wooly is trying to, lead you in the right direction. And he sees that Amanda's not quite herself because you have to answer Amanda's questions. And there's a point where she asks very strange questions like, what is the opposite of alive?
Oh God.
That's exactly the question that she asks. And then Wooly will be like, you don't have to answer that. And so you try not to answer it. And you try not to answer it. Amanda's like, no, answer the question. And it's,
oh man,
think of like deadpan, like serious, scary. Like it gets like that sometimes. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
they're asking me
I like
what
it.
they're asking me what my favorite pie is.
Why is Wooly an option?
Exactly, Amanda. They're asking you what your favorite pie is, and Wooly is one of the options.
No. This game is not me. I don't want to be I'm going to go change my name. I don't want to be
This is not
associated with
vegan.
this. No,
Nope.
it's not. It's not me, guys. She's not vegan. It's not
I
me.
do have to kill a rodent later on and make a meat pie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
For why?
Yeah. Look at Amanda with the knife.
Oh my God. What is
We can use a sharp
This
knife.
looks awesome.
I think it looks kind of great. Yeah, I'm kind of into
Oh my
it.
God.
Oh
I
my
like the,
gosh. I
little-
just typed in. Sorry, Seth, go ahead. No.
Well, I was going to say something probably way more stupid and useless than you.
Please do. Please do that.
I was just going to say that the eyes and like the mouse cursor is giving like those old like Freddy Fish and like Pajama Sam, sort of adventure game vibes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you going to say, Sean? Probably.
I was just going to say, we have a code for this game on Xbox. I'm sorry I don't have a Nintendo code. But for the next person who donates $10 or more, you'll get the Xbox code. We'll give this game away
Let's
to
go.
you. It looks ridiculous. But yeah,
It's
man,
like a
that's
nightmare.
for free feeds. You guys are way late. Sorry, you're
Yeah,
not going to
too
hear
late,
this
sorry.
for
feeds, yeah.
another couple of
You're
years.
hearing
Hate
this
it for
after
ya.
Extra Life.
Yeah, Live gets it first, Patreon next, and then we'll see you in 2025 free feeds.
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous that like the TV goes like the rainbow thing and then things have happened. I'm like, is Wooly okay?
Yeah.
I'm very concerned about Wooly's safety.
Wooly hurts his knee later on. We don't know how, but Amanda looks sus. So, just saying.
God.
Wow.
Yep. It's very, think of a Dora the Explorer type of children's show. She asks you
Right.
questions, but it gets weird and strange versus not that way. So, yeah, it's
I love
very interesting. And like, I don't think I really didn't even know about this game when it initially came out. Like this first one, I think it came out in 2019 or something, maybe. So, but I've seen now that I know about it, there's so many people that have done a playthrough of this game. So yeah, like I watched the VHS tape, you turn around and now this stove is here in the middle of the room and you have to repeat the recipe that she just did. Obviously I don't do it at the start because I just am trying to test the limits. But it's you gotta solve little puzzles, you gotta pay attention and then do it. But at the same time it's hard to pay attention because it's like you're just like, what is happening the entire time?
It looks ridiculous.
I like the way you think, Stevens. Make an extra life goal that requires Amanda to play Amanda the
Definitely,
Adventurer.
yes. We need that. We need those ideas. Guys, please DM me that kind of stuff. Honestly,
Keep 'em
like
coming.
get into Discord, hit me up. I'm looking for that kind of stuff. What crazy stuff not every idea is gonna make it in. But like we're in brainstorming mode here, okay? We're nearly gonna finalize this stuff. But more stuff like that, hit me up.
Luckily, if
Yeah.
you ain't making that pie, baby girl, we can throw
You
a
just putting some
banana
fruit
in a
in the
pear.
oven.
Yeah, you
Well,
just
see,
put a whole.
I'm testing the limits, and that scared me because I actually go because I didn't know it was gonna fly back out at me because I didn't do it right.
My favorite
yeah.
part of the show is Lachlan commentating her own videos.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah, that's the best. More of that, please.
Like
At
I've
this
already
point, I
done
went,
this.
I love it.
Man.
Okay. What else? What else has been going on?
Last one. I'm playing Little Nightmares 2. I've gotten through Neck Mommy, Amanda. You can credit.
Oh.
I got through that. She is disgusting. She is worse than Skin Daddy. And
Worse than Skin Daddy.
I'm now in like the hospital part. And I just got through the part where the it's basically kind of like the hand from Addams Family. He chases after you. And so I want to give credit to McBeal, who was in my chat, who named him Handrew. His name is Handrew. Yes, perfect
Pretty
name.
good.
So yeah, there's Bowser. Handrew. Yeah, I just got through that portion, and yeah, I'm in the thick of it, and it
hate
is.
it.
This part took me forever.
Same. It took me forever. I was getting so frustrated.
You can't
Stupid.
tell how close they are to you because it's like, I don't know, the angle's off, the angle's strange. Like it takes me like 10 times to get through this hallway. So all we're gonna see is this hallway, Sean,
Dude.
if you don't
That one.
zip zoom past. Yeah.
Lachlan's face is so like she looks so annoyed, and I just love that there's like sunflowers behind her. Like it looks so happy. She's just like she looks so pissed.
They're gone now.
Yeah,
not
what happened
a
to your
coincidence.
sunflowers?
They died.
Oh no!
Yeah,
You killed them.
Yeah, well, life goes on, Sean.
Not for the sunflowers.
No, but yeah, I have to swing
you
this
did it.
hammer around. Oh yeah, I do it, but then later on, here in a second, then one of these other little kiddos is gonna
Yep.
come around the corner.
Yeah.
These porcelain
Watch
heads.
out for the swinging thing. Stupid.
God, see, do it too soon.
Yeah, they juked you. Yeah, look at them.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
I'm so over
kids will
it.
do that in real life too. They'll do
so
just like
over it.
that. Yeah.
Oh man, Little Nightmares though. I am going through currently. I've done 4 sessions, and obviously I haven't accomplished my task of beating the first one with no deaths. It's gonna take me a while.
That'd be hard. That'd be so frustrating to get
Yeah, yeah.
any
Get all
portion of the way
in.
through and then
Well,
dying and starting
I just
all the way
about
over.
got through all of the Skin Daddy part at the start.
Skin daddy.
And then I do stupid stuff like I rush too much and then I fall from a high point and I die.
Yep.
And that's what's frustrating when it's on me when I should have just slowed down.
Yep.
Go into full panic. That's
yeah.
what I do, full panic. And then I didn't know until later on you could sprint, and I was like, oh, forget it. Then I was really just jumping off of the bookshelf and all. I was like, oh my God, I'm done. I hate it.
Yeah. That's the part that I died at the other night was the library part. So
She
I'm
looks
just
so
realizing
mad.
I never played this one. I only played the first one.
really?
Yeah.
The second one I want to say is scarier than the first one.
It looks like
I
it.
like it. I like the second one better. Yeah.
Oh.
They definitely added more jump scares, I want to say, than the first one has, and it is more difficult. Like Neck Mommy isn't. You don't play with her. Handrew, oh my God, Handrew pissed me the f off the other day.
Andrew.
Handrew's the worst. I hate his guts, and he doesn't even have any guts. He's a hand.
He's a hand.
He doesn't even have guts.
No.
What is it? Always confuses me with Addams Family because like the hand is thing, right?
Yeah.
But then there's cousin it,
Yeah.
right? Does
Yeah.
that confuse you too? It always confuses me. Like there's it
No.
and then there's thing. Yeah. Well, no,
don't know.
you're just dumb,
No, they're
Seth.
two
That's
different
just-
words.
That's their names.
It just seems so similar. I don't know. Anyway.
One's a longer word.
Yeah, that's true.
Lachlan, I didn't get to this part. I like got through Neck Mommy and quit. I was like, we're done. We're never touching it ever
Really?
again. I hear it gets worse. So I didn't want
Handrew
to be
was
involved.
bad. Handrew is bad, and I've already. It's very
I
dark.
remember this part.
It's very
Yeah.
dark where I'm at right now. Right
With
now,
the
you have like a
mannequins.
you have a
Yeah.
flashlight, and as soon as they gave me a flashlight, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, that means I have to be in control of a flashlight, which means there's gonna be things that
It's like a
just
sea of mannequins, right? Isn't it?
yes, it is.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. And you have 6 from the first game with you now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I left 6 for a little while, or I had to, and I had to get back to her. So I left her for a little bit, and when I returned to her, she was like destroying, like breaking the fingers of a mannequin that was sitting on the floor. Like she's going through it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
poor girl is like having a traumatic experience just waiting on me. You know how like kids will just like piddle with things? Well, she was like breaking this mannequin's fingers. And I was like, "Are you good?"
Yeah, the ending of the game is really cool. Like the ending of the game had me excited for the third one. So
I already know what
Yeah.
happens. I watched a lore video on this, so I've already
Oh,
spoiled it for
yeah.
myself, but I don't know like how to get through the game. So that
Mm-hmm.
part's still new.
cool
Yeah,
game.
fun times.
Cool game.
Spooky games.
Good spooky game.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah,
Lachlan.
nicely job.
Yeah.
Playing video games.
Tour de force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you. Okay. What's going on with you, Amanda? You've got a healthy list here.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of them aren't Switch related, but it's okay.
Sure.
So we are still playing through Echoes of Wisdom, or EOW, as some
Eow.
people like to call it.
Yow!
I just
Where are you at?
finished the
Yeah.
Gerudo area.
Okay.
So I had to fight the 3 links. Terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Awful. Stress.
Oh, Lachlan
Another-
knows all about that.
Yeah.
You're
I
Nothing
making
but
freaking
stress.
hate them. I hate
Same. All to get a bow and arrow that I'm like, I'm not going to use this. Like, I don't want it. Please. So I think, yeah, we just finished the Gerudo area, and I don't remember where I have to go next. But we're making our way downtown. We're trying. We're
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
do. So we're moving along. I feel like it's going to take me forever because I'm really only playing it once a week. But
Sure.
it's still pretty good. Still interested. Still kind of enjoying it. I think it was like in is it the still world? Like that dungeon for the Gerudo thing was kind of tough and confusing. And some of the enemies are really starting to get to me. But it's okay. We're trucking through. It's fine. We're good. We're saving the people. That's what matters. And then obviously Fortnite. Always playing Fortnite.
Still playing
And
Fortnite.
then yesterday I played 2 games. So I continued on Fields of Mystria, which is a Sailor Moon-esque Stardew Valley with a lot of hot people. Now that we have our cow, we attended our first spring festival.
Okay.
Is it a
Not
pink
gonna
cow?
lie. No, he's black and white, and his name is Loaf. And
Aw.
everybody's upset that I went male first. Like, you can't get milk. I'm like, it's okay though. It's fine. We worked very hard to get our little lad. It's fine. We're good. But I attended the spring festival. Kind of lame. This game, I should
Aw.
say, this game is in early access, but there was nothing to do. You didn't do anything.
Really?
You could talk to people and that was it, or you could buy 3 things at the little booth. And I was like, we won a prize for something. I don't know what I did. Apparently I turned into flowers. I didn't know I did that. But it's okay. We've unlocked the mines now, though. So now I'm in the
Oh,
mines,
okay. All
which is
right.
kind of cool. So very.
Does that have combat? Like Stardew
It does. The enemies are cute. There's like little mushrooms and little rocks with copper on their head that will fight you. So the enemies are cute. You can swim in the dungeons, which I actually really like because it's easy to kind of traverse from one side to the other. But the mines are kind of cool. So I haven't gotten very far. I think we only went like 3 levels deep. But the mines are cool, fun. And then I was introduced to this new game that recently came out on Steam called Web Fishing.
Yeah,
What
what's
is it?
this?
So I played
never
it.
heard of this.
What is
I played
that?
it in the second half
that?
of my stream yesterday. It is basically they took Animal Crossing and said we're only going to use the cats and we're only going to have the fishing element. It
it's
is
cute.
very relaxed. And the music was great. The music was very chill. Somebody in my community gifted it to me last night to play with a few others because you can play with a ton of people.
Okay.
And it's different.
It's only $5.
It's $5 and it like just came out. Look at these cats. Like, and you can like add. You can
Look at Inside Out too.
it's just like Inside Out too, oddly enough. I don't know if anybody knew this.
I'm buying this right now. $5.
So you can outfit your cat. You can change your face. It's like Blanca in Animal Crossing in like the GameCube version. You meet her on the train. You
Yeah.
can like draw on her face. Apparently there's like all sorts of stuff you can do. Like you get chalk at some point. The fishing though, it's unique. It's very unique. It gets kind of stressful sometimes.
Aw.
I caught no big fish. I caught nothing but baby fish, and it was just annoying. But it's nice. If you want to just only fish as like predominantly cats, you can do that. And there's all like the land is
the
huge.
style. It's so cute.
So a fun little different kind of game.
That's
I liked it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I like that you can play with friends. I like that you can have a bunch of friends to play
so
with.
many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Rybo calls out, the master of catching seahorses. That's all I caught all night. Meanwhile, like the people I was playing with were catching like swordfish and all of these other massive like sharks and whatnot. And every time I only caught a freaking seahorse. But it's cute. So you can draw on the ground there with the chalk. You could. There was oh my god.
There was
give
a very
people the ability-
Something
Childish
people the ability
drawing.
to draw.
This is
and
not
they will
Amanda's
draw.
video.
It's not my video. I did not do any explicit drawing, please. But it's a very calming game.
I took it down. Okay.
That was so funny. It was a jump scare.
I'll just take
Spooky
that
game.
down.
Spooky game.
No, that was another spooky game right there. Web fishing.
But yeah,
Oh,
for like
man.
$5, and it like it came out on like the 11th, I think. So fun
That's
little
awesome.
indie game.
I've never heard of that. That looks cool. It's like
Amanda, did you know that Fields of Mystria is coming out with an update in November?
Oh, I didn't.
So they are adding more. I meant to say that a second ago, but I forgot. But
Okay.
yeah, there's like November 18th or something. There's more coming to the early
Okay.
access game. So just so you're aware.
It's a honestly like it's very pretty. It's a very pretty game. I feel like there's gonna be a lot to it because apparently you can get magic, and I want to be magical. And like I said, everybody's hot. So I mean, even if you just want something to look at, like you can just go talk to
little
everybody.
eye
and be like,
candy.
well,
this
eye
Halloween.
candy. I'm
Pixelated
gonna
eye
romance
candy.
everyone.
Stick
Anime
that
eye candy.
in your eyeballs.
Heck yeah. But yeah, good games. Very interesting, eclectic group of games that I'm playing. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Buy
Are you-
web fishing. That looked fun.
Yeah,
I'm
you should. We can all
totally-
play
I
together.
want to draw explicit
$5?
drawings.
Yeah, I want to draw explicit things on the ground.
I could add more to that drawing. Anyways.
Are you still, Lockleth, are you still playing EOW? Are you still playing that?
So I didn't play it last week because
Yeah.
instead I had I was supposed to my computer couldn't handle it, but I was gonna play. I played a game with Bowza and Rybo on stream last week called Unrailed 2.
Yeah.
And so we played that instead of playing Echoes because that was going to be the night that I would play it. And then this past week I was going to stream, but I just was having I just wanted to smoke. Okay. So I didn't stream. There you go.
Yeah, you
fair.
smoked and hung out in my chat. I was like,
I
hey,
did.
Lockleth. And you're like, I'm not streaming tonight. I was like, okay. And then I see your post that you're smoking. I was like, ah, okay.
Ah, that's
I
what
was
she's
like,
doing.
I'm doing
instead.
things, Amanda, you wouldn't like. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask is because I feel, I don't know if y'all feel this way too. I feel like the larger internet has already bounced off of Zelda. Like, I feel like nobody's
Yeah.
talking about it anymore already. Like, the
Yeah.
game just came out.
Yeah.
And, like, I kind of charged through it. And like, I really enjoyed it, though. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like everybody's already kind of moved on. I'm like, y'all, this is a Zelda game. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It's weird. I've noticed that. It doesn't seem to have the same stickiness that, like, Hotkey did. I feel like everybody was talking about Hotkey for forever.
Well, I feel
You
like a
know?
lot of people rush to finish it too. Like
Yeah.
anybody I talked to was like, "Oh yeah, I already finished that," or like, "Sorry, Stevens." Steven was like, "I 100% at the game." I'm like, "How did you do that so fast?"
Yeah,
Like
I did
I've just
too.
met the smoothie man the other day, and I'm like, "What the heck is this?" And then the stamp guy, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, stamp guy.
Stamp guy.
Guy's the best. Yeah, he
He's
rules.
cute.
Yeah.
Waiting to find a
Well-
daddy though. We haven't found a daddy in EO. I'm waiting for it.
Well, we're in no rush. I mean, once y'all, finish it, I would love to do like a big like spoiler cast or something like that, and just really, talk about the game some more. Because I think it's unfortunate. I feel like people are already kind of over it, and I think the game kind of deserves a little more attention. I don't know.
I agree.
Underrated little indie gem, Zelda. Echoes
Only
of
people will
Wisdom.
pay attention to the Zelda
If
game.
only. Yeah.
I'll get back to it in November. I just haven't had time
Yeah.
to stream it, and I've
I'm
had
with
other
you.
things. I'm booked and busy, Seth. I've got things to
Booked
do.
and busy.
Busy Goral.
Yeah.
Busy
November's
going.
already scheduled. Like, booked and busy.
Yeah, you're booked. Yeah, you're booked solid. What can
Yeah.
you do?
Things to
Oh, wait,
In
do.
can
like
I
4
call
weeks,
out-
Amanda's going to be in Rome for Extra Life.
The 4 weeks, I'll be there. Wait, can I call out another game that I forgot to put on my list?
Yeah.
So I played Super Farming Boy, also on the
Okay.
PC. The dev team reached out to me via email and asked if I would play this game, and it's fun. They've like followed up with me since then, and have let me know like what's coming to the game. This game is insane. It is absolutely insane.
Oh, I
It is
remember you talking about
basically
this. Yeah.
combat farming, but like this tax man who took all your crops and is charging you interest for everything. Eat your mom. Like
Oh.
all of this stuff happens.
I hate
But-
it when that happens.
I mean, same. It happens way too often. But the veggies are so cute. Not these veggies. Those veggies. They are so cute. They follow you to your farm. You can plant them. There's weird ghosts at night. I don't know. This game was wild. It was absolutely not the narration, like the storyline, hilarious,
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious. Such a good game. It is out. I think the demo is running on Steam. This game was, look how hot our mom is. She's
Aw.
beautiful, but she got eaten.
She's beautiful.
But and there's the bad
bad.
man, the IRS. But super fun, super wild. I can't wait for this game to actually release because I'm actually like super into it. So good game, fun
there
game.
he is.
He
just
ate
your
mom.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a smoke show,
is-
but like, don't eat her.
this art reminds me of something. I'm trying to put my finger on what this reminds
It
me.
was
It's
like a cartoon, like on Adult Swim or something. What's it called?
yeah, like it kind of has a little bit of like Cuphead, a little bit of like Dodgeball Academia
Yep.
kind of energy
It's
to
a little
it.
boy. He like, I
Yeah.
can't remember his name. I gotta Google it now.
Like a super farming boy.
Yeah, just like
That's
that.
it. That's what it was.
That's
Super
it.
good game though. Funny game, good game. The dev team, they are hilarious. At least via email, they're hilarious. Super sweet guys. So check it out if you have a PC and you have Steam, because I think that's the
I
only
have
place
that.
it is at the moment. But it's good. It's a really interesting game. Like you can really only drag and drop your guy. You have to like drag him everywhere. You can't use like WASD or anything like that, or like the arrows on your keyboard. So it was like an interesting mechanic, but I was a fan.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at everybody playing all these video games.
Dang, no kidding.
No Nintendo
Well,
games, but
No, I love it. Well,
Nintendo
Sean,
Drive, our second unofficial PC gaming podcast,
heck yeah.
along with the Xbox Drive.
Heck yeah.
Yep, our
What,
all-wheel drive podcast.
what have you been doing here? Sean? I see a very exciting thing in the docket here that I'm excited to hear your thoughts on.
Well, is it okay, Seth? Can we commiserate on this? Can we talk? Can we
I'd love to.
dialogue on this one
Yeah.
about Neva? Neva,
Neva.
Neva, Neva, Neva.
Yeah, whatever. However, she does say it.
She says it
Like-
different ways. Okay,
Yeah.
just calling out for this dog. Okay, why don't I kick things off here by expressing how I started playing this game, and Seth received a message from me a mere 67 seconds after I started it. I'm playing the game, beautiful art style, immediately exactly what I
Gorgeous.
expected. The developers of Reese, right?
Reese.
Which I never did finish. I got to go back and finish that game, especially as much as I'm enjoying this one. Started the game, beautiful art style, beautiful art. You got this lovely woman, this warrior of some sort, getting chased around by demons. She's got her cute little puppy and this like wolf reindeer kind of large mysterious animal, you know? and this battle ensues. And I don't want to get too much into detail, but I'm weeping a minute into this thing. And I message Seth. I'm like, I don't know, dude, if I just needed like a good cry. I can't tell if it's actually that emotional or if I'm just exhausted these days. It's one of the two, maybe both. But it got me. It got me instantly. I'm like, I am in love with this game. I'm in love with this character. I'm in love with this Neva. But, you know, pretty simple side scroller kind of exploration, very light on gameplay, light combat. This is, I think, added from what most people would expect from like Reese. There's not really any combat, right? You're not
combat in Reese.
Popping anybody. Yeah. You got a little sword. You're slicing people up and everything. You got a double jump, which feels really good. But there's it's just good to be in this world. And I kept thinking, I just want people to see this. I kept thinking, like, people who don't know video games, they think about like arcades and stuff. They think, you know, shooty games. It's like, if only you could see the artistry, the craftsmanship that is on display with Neva. And it goes right up there with Spiritfarer for maybe one of two best animated hug animations in games. Yeah. Where you could just feel it. There's a couple moments where I don't know the main character's name actually, who you play as.
Her name's Alba, but I don't think they ever say it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe in some documentation or something like that. Yeah, just the embrace with this dog that is your companion is wonderful. And as time, I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through. I'm almost done. I'm in a red land, Seth, if you can remember. Okay. Yep. Everything is red right now.
Yep.
And so, yeah, Neva is kind of like growing up before your eyes, and different abilities are being unlocked as you go along here too. So it just continues. Just when I think like I've seen everything this game is going to show me, because it's not really incredibly dynamic in its like game mechanics or anything like that. So I think, okay, it's going to keep it pretty shallow, and it keeps adding just enough to keep me going, okay, I'll keep exploring here. But man, I've been really liking it. It's the perfect timing for me, I guess, because the emotional tone is hitting. I want to just put this in front of everybody and then be embarrassed about how much it impacts me and how little it impacts other people. So that's, I think that's part and parcel about some of these emotionally driven games is like, and if it touches you, it's like, okay, that's great. And you want to share it with people, but then it might not connect with them, and it's a vulnerable place. And I don't like that, you know?
Like little gator game. Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
It's
a beautiful
Did it
game.
really, the little gator game, like that really just like
I
hit
loved
your heart?
it.
I know you like,
Yes.
but
I
I
loved
didn't.
it
I don't
too.
think I realized
It was reminiscent of me growing up and leaving my sister behind, and the dynamic of how I'm 6 years older than her, and like how she still wanted to do all these other things, and I was
Right
like,
there with
I
you.
had to get to a point where I was like, okay, I'm too old for this. You aren't, but I'm too old to continue playing Beanie Babies with you or something, because I have other things to do.
And
I related to the sister.
I feel bad.
No, I'm the same way. I took the same thing away from it, Lockleaf. There are, I mean, I think this is just the nature of art in general, is when you can see a little bit of yourself in it, and it changes your perspective on your real life. Because like when it comes to, I'm the oldest of 9 siblings, and I have nephews and stuff, and I'm being the older brother, I've definitely had those moments of go away, I don't have time for you right now, sort of thing. And like playing little gator game, like at the end of it, I was like, I should make more time and not write off these kids, Yes, Lockleaf.
On a completely separate note, the show that is reminiscent of the game Amanda was just talking about, Shin-Chan.
Oh, it does look like Shin-Chan.
Oh,
Shin-Chan.
Yeah,
Shin-Chan was so good.
Mystery solved. I've been sitting here Googling it the whole time.
It does have some Shin-Chan vibes,
I love that show.
Yes, Amanda.
Quick question. Are we going to do the segment that Sean does where he talks about the games that he's not
He's
playing,
going to play?
But
Well,
Because
I'm
I have a
going to
game.
play. Ah, yes.
I have a game that was recommended to me that is kind of spooky, but kind of dating sim, but also anime. That I'd be curious to know if anybody has played it, because it looks like it's been out for a while.
Okay.
But
it
it
called?
just came to Switch. It's called Eternights? E-T-E-R.
Oh, Eternights.
Eternights.
Yeah. Ryan played that.
anybody-
Ryan did
Yeah.
like a review of it, I think, on the channel. Yeah.
Somebody let me know that it just came out on Switch, and they sent it to me, and they're like, you should play this game. There's dating, but it also looks spooky.
Nice.
but it's
I
anime.
kind of wish all three of us had played it, and Amanda just didn't know it.
That's fine.
Like, have you guys heard
We
of this
all
game?
played
We're like,
it.
yeah, we've all talked about
You
it.
were out of town.
You were gone. You were busy.
You were on a cliff.
Well,
That's fine.
I,
Always on the cliff.
I'm glad you're playing Neva because
Neva.
I played, so that was the last game I played before I moved. I did like kind of a final
talk to
stream
me.
from the old house, and I kind of sent off the old house, and I played through the whole thing in one shot. Like, I couldn't put it down, and I thought it was beautiful. Like, I thought it was so beautiful. And yeah, like when I it got me right away too, but I wasn't like full on, you know. Like, I was surprised that I was still, like, I was surprised that it impacted me that much at the start, like it did for you, Sean. But when I got to the end, that's when it was like full on, like, ugly crying tears, you know.
I'm not ready.
It's a beautiful game, man, and it's especially like, you know, the theming of the game. I mean, what they've done with the we shouldn't show this, Sean. This is gonna be spoilers. This is
is it?
Yeah, that's the intro of the game where it shows some of the stuff you're talking about. That's gonna be
Okay.
spoilers. But I will say, you know, like the game's like sort of theming of, you know, like raising this cub and it growing up, and it kind of relates to how when you're a kid your parents have to take care of you, and then as you grow you end up having to take care of your parents a little bit, you know, like, and so as this cub grows it gets more abilities than you do, and at certain points in the story the cub actually has to take care of you, you know. And it's this kind of like cyclical nature of, it has an environmental message to it, but it also is about life and death and protecting the things you love and finding purpose in the face of like hopelessness. And the game conveys all these things without ever saying a word other than never, you know. And but that's it, you know. And it is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. Like, this sounds like the cliched thing. You could take like any screenshot of this game and like frame it. Like, it's
Dude,
just
I literally,
beautiful.
I had the exact same thought. I'm playing this. I'm taking screenshots all the time. I would pay top dollar for like every frame that exists in this game to be available by JPEG or something like that.
Yeah.
I just want every single one. I'll have an NFT. That'll be my first NFT that I buy. But give it to me, I'll buy it. I don't care. It's incredible.
Never
I was thinking the
NFTs.
exact same thing, dude. Like, it's gorgeous, this game.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and each like sort of chapter of the game is based on a season, and what we're seeing right now is from my stream. It's pretty early on, but like later, yeah, there's like a winter kind of area and it's just gorgeous, man. Like, every piece of this game is just so vibrant and well animated and full of life. And Greece was beautiful too, but this, like, you know, if you played that game, I think you kind of know a little bit of what to expect with this, but it to me just like heightens everything that they learned from that game and really takes it to the next level. Like, you know, the combat's nothing to write home about. Like, if you're somebody, this isn't Dark Souls, you know, you're just kind of button mashing and dodging around, but it's just, you know, it's gorgeous. I really, really loved it. I had a great time with it.
As long as the dog is okay, I will be okay.
Guess we'll have to find out.
I don't like that silence.
Uh-oh.
I don't like the silence.
I haven't finished it. I can't. I don't know at this
Well,
point.
that'll be the point that I cry. Like, it's kind of
Well, I don't
a
want to
given for
spoil
me.
anything either. Somebody did ask me, because they're like, you know, my kid wants to play this and everything, and it's a tricky one to answer because, like, you know, it's both like a yes and no answer in a weird way. Like, it's very, everything they do in this game, I'll just say without spoiling anything, is extremely tastefully done. And when I was crying at the end, it was happy tears. I was like overwhelmed. It reminds me of like, there just been certain points in my life where I came into the game fully thinking I wasn't gonna cry. I was like,
I saw your short. That you did.
I'm not the type of, I cry all the time, but like, I'm not, you know, especially on stream, you know, you're on camera, you know, and like, I usually can do a pretty good job of holding it in when I know I'm being filmed or whatever. But I was literally overcome with emotion of just like, just the swelling. The music is so beautiful.
Music. Oh, thank you. Yes.
It's so good. It all hits, man. It all fires on all cylinders. And I feel like this is another one where I'm like, people are kind of sleeping on this, I feel like, and they shouldn't be. Like, it's a powerful experience. Like, people should play this. And it runs great on Switch. I had a couple of very minor like frame drops, but like it runs very well on Switch. People should play this. Yeah.
It's booked for November.
I love it. Oh,
good.
It's on the
It's
calendar.
like 4 hours. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's not long. Yeah. I'll talk more, I think, on the Xbox Drive tomorrow, because I want to have a discussion with that crew about Hellblade 2, which may on the surface not look like this game, but I think there are parallels. So kind of want to chat about that, because this game is being critically acclaimed. A lot of people who played it, everybody loves it, as they should. But yeah, I just kind of want to discuss some further elements. So just a little teaser for the other drive that I do here. Yeah, it doesn't look anything like Hellblade,
But thematically.
I guess so. And yeah, I mean, this is just like the length of it, I think, too. And the combat, the level of detail in the combat and stuff like that. I want to sort of draw some comparisons to. But it's a beautiful game. This is one that it's like, thank goodness we play video games. Thank goodness we're involved in this world, because every once in a while you get something like this. Every once in a while somebody just pours their heart into a game and it connects with the people who play it. And I think that's part of what was like having me just in that state. It was just a lot of things kind of happening all at once. I'm missing my dogs, I got this beautiful relationship with the dogs. My dogs are all dead now, so I gotta so I just have I get it through this game. So shout out to Neva.
What you just said, I literally, I think at one point in the stream just like paused. I'm like, I can't believe humans make stuff like this.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I just want to, I kept thinking of my sister, oddly enough, who doesn't really play video games. I'm like, I want you to play this. Like, if you play one game a year and you're not really into this kind of stuff, I don't want to put Call of Duty in front of you. I want you to play this, because it's so nice. Anybody can play this. Literally anybody can. Like there's some of the combat, some of the platforming kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
You can make it so that you don't take any damage. There's accessibility.
Yeah. But for the most part, anybody can play this and enjoy it for the story that it is and for the artistry, and it's just nice, man. It's so good.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad you're playing it, Sean. It's really good. Y'all should play it. Never. Really
Never.
Good. Okay. Well, I'll try to be kind of quick with mine, because I know we're already going long. We haven't even touched any questions. But I do want to make sure to talk at least a little bit about Hatch Tales, if that's okay. Hatch Tales finally came out. Sean, did you hear about this? Did you see this?
It did?
About this? Yeah.
What year is it? Is it 2018? Yeah. Oh, I woke up. Yeah. It's 2018. I thought I'd been living for the last 6 years, but I haven't. It's still 2018, and Hatch Tales is out.
Yeah, it's
Chicken
out.
Wiggle. Here we are.
Chicken Wiggle Workshop. It finally is out. And,
that Kickstarter. Oh, so excited for it to come out in 6 months.
we do have a question related to that we'll get to from HVAC Sparky, but here, yes, a lot's been said about the Kickstarter, and it was like almost 7 years in development and stuff. It's all this drama behind it, right? But the thing that I really want to drive home, and I don't know if you've played this yet, Sean, at all. Have you had a chance to?
Absolutely not. Okay. No. It's playing really Neva.
Good. Yeah.
I'm sure it's good. It better be, is all I got to say about that.
Well,
it took forever.
Thing. It did.
Bobby isn't even alive anymore, man. He can't play it. Golly, it took forever. He kickstarted this thing for a ton of cash, and he can't even. God, so dumb.
Yeah, it took a long time, right?
That might have been too far. That might have been too much. A little bit.
Rein it in. Reel it back.
I'm sorry.
It's but the point is that like it is out now, and like it is really good. I think it's probably their best game. Like genuinely, I'm like 4 worlds into it now, and I'm so impressed. Like I'm really happy with the way, if you like a TUI's games, right? And people who have never played a TUI stuff, Mutant Mudds, Zeo Drifter, they make these very like clean, readable, kind of like deceptively simplistic kind of like action platformers or whatever. And if you look at this game, you might think like, okay, whatever, like you're just playing this little like hawk with like a hook shot or whatever, and it looks pretty simplistic, but it's like pretty challenging, and they've hidden things on all of these levels that like are actually pretty tough to find. And there's like a bunch of more ads. There's like a bunch of like little off the beaten path things you can do and things you can collect in each of the levels that unlock more levels. And there's like retro challenge levels with like the Max, the character from Mutant Muds, and like old Chicken Wiggle levels. And you can also like import all of your, if you played Chicken Wiggle and you made levels in Chicken Wiggle, you can just import all that stuff into this game from the 3DS, which is crazy. Like they figured out a way to make that work. And again, you know, like I'm not trying to make excuses,
because that's what we
whatever.
Kickstarted, Seth. That's what we Kickstarted. That's what the game was gonna be.
So like my point is that like I would be more pissed if like the game came out and it wasn't what they promised it was gonna be, you know. Like, but the game is out and it's really good and it's everything they promised it would be and more. There's a lot of content in this game. There's like 8 worlds that all I do terrible in this video, by the way. It's really hard to talk and play this game at the same time. It's great. I'm really having a good time with it. It's like probably their most challenging game that I've played. It has like a nice sense of difficulty to it. I love the level design. I like Hatch, this main character. You get these new abilities in each of the levels, and I don't know. I think it kind of delivers after all this time. Like, it came out and it's good, and I think they should be commended for that. So
the little guy looks like he's from, what was that online game, Club Penguin or something?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of has that style
energy
to him. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot, and I'm having a good time with it. After, you know, it's finally here, and I think people should give it a look. So I'll also, Jules messaged me. He was watching me play in my video here, and he's like, "Did you know you could peck those things and like take out like the little obstacles?" I was like, "I definitely did not." So I just struggle my way.
You're
through
dodging them like crazy.
Yeah, if you play the game, just know you can peck these things, and you'll be surprised. Like, one of the cool things about the game is, you know, Hatch's moveset is really simple. You just have the hook shot and you can peck, and that's about it. But like, it's a little Nintendo-ish in that you can do a lot with those with a like very limited moveset. It's cool. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. More than I actually thought I would, because you think to yourself sometimes, you know, it's been so long since I've played like a new Atui game like this. Like, am I still into their stuff, you know? And this game's kind of like, yeah, like I still dig what they make, you know?
I see what you
and I don't know what the future, dig. I don't know what the future holds for them right after this, but I'm glad that they did it, and I'm glad that it's good. So, yeah.
I'm glad you played it. I need space. I need time. I am not ready for it yet. I need another 8 years or so, and maybe I'll be
give it time.
Maybe I'm ready.
Switch to.
But I cannot be objective about this even remotely, not even a little bit. So I commend you for giving us the lowdown on it. But it's been such a ridiculous journey with it that I can't. It's tough. Yeah.
And I get it. And I totally get anybody who feels that way. Like, anytime I talk about Hatch Tales, like I always, you know, get that kind of response, and I totally get it. And like, I'm not here to make excuses for anybody, but like, I try to look at the positive side of it and be like, you know, at least when it did come out, it was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah.
It looks really good. The art style looks great. And I remember Chicken Wiggle. Like, I like the way that it felt, man. That's why I was
great
to kickstart this thing.
Yeah, it feels great. You know, it makes me weirdly nostalgic for like, because they were, I mean, like my favorite indie developers on 3DS. It was like them and Image and Form. They owned indie games on 3DS, and this does feel like a 3DS indie game, you know, in a way that I like. So I don't know, I dig it.
Yeah, shout out to Zeo Drifter, man. I really like Zeo Drifter quite a lot.
Yeah,
really
rules. Good. So yeah,
good
been
game.
playing that. Been playing a little bit of Mario Party Jamboree, but we're gonna save that because I know Locklith has it. Sean, I think you pick it? Yeah, you have it.
Yeah, my voucher, my second voucher. Yeah, we snuck it in there.
We got
saga
that.
Ends.
But we're all going to play that at Extra Life. So post Extra Life, we'll talk more about Mario Party Jamboree. But my wife and I played a little bit of it. And We're liking it so far, but I played on like 2 of the boards. I
you
have
do the
nothing
run?
good.
Did
No,
you
we
run?
haven't done that. Haven't done that yet. Yeah,
That's
but
the important part.
we'll play that at Extra Life. Y'all will hear plenty about Mario Party soon.
Yeah.
And then speaking of some spooky games, I want to quickly touch on 2 spooky games that have come out this past week on the Nintendo Switch that I've been playing. Luckily, had access to these before the move, because otherwise, y'all, after moving, I haven't played anything. But got to play these before the move, thankfully. The first one is Crow Country, which came out on, I think, PlayStation last year and is now on Switch. Crow Country is like, and I think they did the backtrackers on this recently. It's like a Resident Evil kind of send-up, like a low poly sort of like isometric Resident Evil style survival horror game. And it's really good. It's like a really cool, and you go in this like you're in this like abandoned amusement park, and you're like looking for the owner of the amusement park and trying to get to the bottom of a conspiracy. And it just like, if you're into like Resident Evil style games, this is like right up your alley. It's just, it's cool and fun. This is made, by the way, by the people who made Snipper Clips. They made this game.
Wow.
Yeah. So very funny. It's cool. I'm not super deep into it. I still need to play through the rest of it, but I really dig it so far. At the end of this video, I got trolled by the game. There's like a book that you find on a bookshelf, and the book's title is like A Quick and Sudden End by like B. Slain or something like that. And you have the option to like pull the book out, and if you do, you just get killed. Just instantly.
Oh, dang.
I got totally
that's
trolled.
awesome.
Pranked.
Yeah. Totally like old school. And by the way, like you have to like save at save points. Otherwise you're going to lose progress.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Just like the PS1 games.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
typewriter.
I found out, dude. Yeah, I found out. So save often. And it's cool because there's like little puzzles. Like I had to explore and find like a journal entry to learn like the phrase to talk to like the fortune teller. You know how every amusement park has like the weird, creepy like fortune teller character. Jan32 says hated the controls. I'm fine with the controls, but it does feel like it does feel like those old school Resident Evil style games where you have to like stop and shoot. And you have to manage inventory and like your med kits and stuff like this. But yeah, if you're looking for something to play for spooky season, this is finally on Switch and it's quite good. So, but let me turn your attention to Slay the Princess, which just came out today. At the time of this recording, I don't have a video on All Ends channel for this yet, but it just came out today. Slay the Princess. They came out with a pristine cut. On the Nintendo Switch and other platforms. This is like a visual novel, which is, you are tasked with, like, you start in the middle of the woods and there's a shack and it's like, hey, there's a princess there and you have to kill her, otherwise the world's gonna end. And that's all you know. But then once you get down there and you start talking to her, of course, she starts pleading for her life and she tries to convince you not to kill her. But as you could probably imagine, not everything is what it seems with the game. And there's a lot of like layers to the story to peel back, and it goes to some pretty horrific places. And it's got a story about like looping paths, and you have to play through the game multiple times to get the full picture. And yeah, she'll lie to you, and she'll try to convince you not to kill her, and your choices will dramatically change the route the game goes. And the places that this game goes are insane. They're like crazy. I don't want to spoil anything, but like it goes to some truly crazy places. All hand-drawn art. There's like 3,000 plus like individual like hand-drawn illustrations in the game. It's wild. Yeah. If you try, I'll kill you. Yeah, it's nothing is as simple as it seems in this game. Yeah, it's really,
look at
really
that!
good.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
Dude, the art is incredible. The art is out of control. It's so good. The pristine cut is a free update that has added like 35% more content to the game. It's crazy. I had the opportunity to interview the developers. It's going to be on the next episode of the Koopa Cast. And I love it. Like I've had such a good time playing it and seeing like all the different routes, and yeah, I was pretty blown away. It also has like the story is kind of deep. Like, it has something to say about like not taking things at face value and unreliable narrators and the way the world perceives you. And yeah, it's great. It rules. Really, really good. Check it out. Slay the Princess, the pristine
I'm also
cut.
going to play it soon. I'm excited.
Yes.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, go in as blind as you can.
Anything.
Yeah. Go in as blind as you can. The game rules.
She can't. As much as she's going to be lying to me, I'd be like, no, lie.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume.
It's interesting because like the developers of the game have really thought about all of the ways you could play it. You know, like anything that you think of, like anything where like, she's not gonna, you know, this isn't gonna get one over on me. Like, I know what to do here. No, you don't. You know, like they've thought about it. If you have a thought of like something you want to do, even if that something you want to do is not engage at all, they've thought about that. Like they really have thought of every outcome, and it's fascinating. It's a wonderful, wonderful game. The game has like a 96 on like OpenCritic or something like that. Like it's really, really well regarded. There are people who call this one of the best narrative games ever made.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What is
Dude,
that?
the art is so good.
What?
It's
Can I read that blurb, Sean? Can you bring it back?
I moved on. I
Oh,
clicked
man.
it.
Oh,
it's
rip.
gone. It's gone forever.
gone.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, here you go.
Oh no, I missed it.
No, it's gone.
Oh,
Too many clicks.
That's the
Yeah,
nightmare.
close.
That's one of my favorite princesses. There are like 20 something different versions of the princess, and they're all so good. Yeah, there's like a version of her. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a version of her called the Beast, and there's nothing that has like scared me more in video games in recent years than like the primal fear of being hunted by something. You know.
No.
And like this game gets into like really primal human fears that you don't necessarily think you're scared of, but you are. Like the game's genuinely scary. Yeah,
Scared
it
of
rules.
everything.
You want to read that, Lachlan?
Oh, I shall.
Read it in
says-
AMSR.
Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna read it. The narrator, it says, if you're on free feeds, I'm sorry, it's past due, but it says, her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours. Her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Oh, the fact
I don't
that
like how you
cranked
twisted your head
neck.
too. I did
Ew.
not
Yeah,
enjoy
you did
that.
the
Yeah.
It's
You're
so
welcome.
good, you guys. It's really it's excellent. And if you're looking for something unique that's going to give you like something to actually think about and something to actually be scared of, I highly recommend it. Really,
I'm
good
trying to
spooky
raffle
season.
this thing off in the chat for an Xbox code. I might just end up taking it though. Not gonna lie,
Dude.
Oh
If
my
people
goodness.
don't donate, I might just snag that code and play it myself. That looks great.
Yeah. And it is like a visual novel, ultimately. It's not like you're walking around, you know, like you're choosing dialogue options and stuff like this. But
Do you know
like,
how long it is? Like to
So-
get through a lot of it, I guess? Because you said
yeah,
there's
it's
different.
there is. You have to go through multiple times. You have to
Yeah.
you have to play through like different versions of it, and the story loops and stuff. You can get through like one playthrough in like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, but you're gonna want to play through it multiple times. So like I've already played it for like 8 hours. And I think you could probably get more than that if you want to like go through and see all the routes and do like multiple saves and stuff. Yeah, it's got quite a bit there, and this new version has a bunch of new content. So the way the routes are set up, at a certain point, it kind of like splinters off, and you get like wildly different versions of the princess and wildly different like outcomes. And in the original version of the game, some of them only had like, you know, like kind of one version of the princess on this route, and others had two, and now they've basically evened it out to where every kind of like splinter version of the princess has two different routes. There's just way more game. It's hard to explain. There's just a lot more game there now.
More game.
And yeah, and the voice, the VO performances are wonderful, because you have like one voice actor who's the narrator and one voice actor who's the princess, but they're doing like different characters within that same voice. And it's really, really cool. It's great. It's really good. Slay the Princess. Y'all should play that. Yeah. anyways, some spooky games for y'all to
Nice.
play. Yeah, some spooky stuff.
So many games.
Good timing. So many. We've talked for an hour and a half just about video games.
Pretty much.
Well, we missed last week, so.
Yeah, it is fully voiced, Chase. Yeah, it is fully voiced.
Oh, no reading. Nice. Reading optional.
No reading required. You can
I
read.
love it.
Assisted reading.
Yeah, assisted reading. That's right. Okay, I don't know if we're going to have time to get to all of these questions, but let's get to at least some of these. The first one is from HVAC Sparky. I alluded to this earlier. He asked, question for the Nintendo Drive today. What's all of your opinion of Kickstarter as a means to launching games? Is it a good way to launch games? In wake of Hatch Tales finally releasing, there are obviously some games that come full circle and are completed coming off of a Kickstarter. They can be considered a success at that point, and if they are, what was promised. However, Kickstarter seems like a very risky business to me. While there have been some video game successes, there's also been a few disappointments as well, and he puts Star Citizen in parentheses. I would personally think twice about supporting a game on Kickstarter these days. So, have y'all, Sean, I already know, yeah, Rybo says I can hear the gears in Sean's brain right now. Lachlan and Amanda, have y'all backed games on Kickstarter before? Have y'all done that?
I haven't backed any of them, but I've played ones that started there. And actually, I've been looking at I think I put it in our chat. This game called, and oddly enough, I had an email from them, called Super Zoo Story.
Okay.
And that's on Kickstarter right now, and I was actually just fully funded. So, it's like I discover the games at the tail end. I think Sea of Stars was also a Kickstarter game.
Yep.
So it's like I discovered them well after they've been on Kickstarter, but I don't know why. I've just never gone on to be like, oh, what games are being made? I'm just like, what's coming out? Who's going to tell me what's coming out?
What games are being made?
Like,
Who's making
welcome to the
games?
circus of value.
So no, I have never backed a game on Kickstarter.
Okay. What about you, Lachlan? Have you ever backed a game?
I've not backed a game. I've played, and I'm looking up the video trying to think of the name because I can't off the top of my head. I played the demo of one that's still in the Kickstarter phase,
Okay.
Tiny Garden.
Okay.
So I played,
Oh, yeah.
I played it, and I like what's there, but I've never backed my own game. The closest I've, I guess, said with backing a game is and I got burned a bit, was Disney Dreamlight Valley, buying it in early access, and they never went free like they said they were going to. So yeah, there you go.
That's the risk,
Pretty
right?
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Sean? You look like you're ready to pop off over
Sean
there.
has things
Well,
to
I
say.
don't know, man. I
He's
will
picking
say
his words.
no. I want to hang on the Disney Dreamlight that you just brought up because it was subject of a exceptional portion of our Game of the Year
20
episode
minutes.
So
last
good.
year. It was excellent. People owe it to look. We've had a lot of wonderful new people join the community recently. You weren't here this time last year for Christmas or holiday season. You owe it to yourselves to just go back and listen to the feeds on our end of the year stuff, man. It's so good. And yeah, just out of nowhere, Kato shows up on the show, and then you two go off on this game for probably a half an hour. I think you're
We
being.
had
think
things
so.
to say.
It was really good. I'll try to tackle this a little bit more from an objective standpoint, just because I kind of said probably too much already on my stats on
sure.
Kickstarter and Hatch Tales and whatnot. I instantly regretted it. Games are tricky to kickstart because they take a long time, and there is no linear path from start to finish. I get it, like that. That much Well, I guess I will talk about Hatch Tales. That much I understand about Hatch Tales. The thing that was tricky about the Hatch Tales is that it changed a tremendous amount from what was pitched to what we ended up getting, and the communication was really it didn't align with the passion that was driven up by the community to fund it so much and so quickly. You know, it was like, okay, you guys are the ones who can make this happen, and they ghosted us. And that's where the emotion comes from. Is it's not even the money. You know, it's not like it was at least for me, it wasn't. I didn't kickstart it at a high level. It was the let's all get really pumped about this, and you're the ones who can make this happen, and then nothing. And there's a lot of weird narratives that people can create in their own minds in lieu of good communication, and part of that is, did we get taken advantage of? Are we taken for granted? Do we? Do they feel like anything? Like you can sort of muster up anything that helps you try to make sense of the situation. Now, like I said, what the reality is probably it's hard to make games, you know?
Yeah.
But at the exact same time with this one, like they launched like 17 other games in between. And I guess that's just what keeps the lights on. Like,
Right.
So these are all things when you're kickstarting something, it seems to me like maybe you're a bit of like an insider almost. So I don't know, maybe I'm coming off as entitled. But that was a tricky one to muster for sure. And of course, Bobby was involved with that as well. So that makes it extra sensitive for me and a lot of people kind of connected to it, that he wasn't able to see it, which is just horrible. But when you talk about just games in general, would I kickstart them? I probably wouldn't again. And I probably wouldn't have kickstarted that game if it wasn't for like this sort of like group thing. It was a bunch of friends kind of like really doing that. I wouldn't do it again, mainly just because it does take so long and you don't know what's going to happen with games. But there's a lot of other things that people kickstart on there as well, which I think is interesting. I've talked to Josh from Board with Video Games and PSVG with like tabletop games. Those are really cool. And those can come along a little bit more quickly. Card games and comics and stuff like that, really, really cool. But games take a long time, you know, and if there's some things that you can be brought along the journey, then go for it, I would say. But that's not what happened with Hatch Tales. So that's why that's why you're referencing it looks like I'm about to pop off, because this has been it's been a rough, and just the joke got worse and worse as time went on. And it kept getting delayed and kept getting, like, it got delayed like 3 times this year alone. Before it came out, so there's just a lot of that kind of crap.
Yeah, it's the kind of, communication is definitely important, and I think that if, you know, Jules and the people there were here right now, and I know this because he said it to me, is just like, look, man, like, I'm just not good at this. Like, I'm just not good at the Kickstarter thing, and you know, the reality with the Hatch Tales situation was they felt the need to, you know, to change the vision of the game to stand out in a crowded market, which is even more crowded now. And that's all well and good, but you do have you do owe that to not just your community, but like the people who are investing in your game. And those people do feel burned and slighted by it. And I think that's completely justified and understandable. At the same time, when you back anything on Kickstarter, it is an inherent risk. And that's something that you have to weigh for yourself. Like, there's no guarantee that I've backed many. There's a time in my life where I was backing Kickstarters with like reckless abandon. I think I've backed like 80 things on Kickstarter or something crazy like that. And like, it's the kind of thing, like, there are several projects that I've backed that have never come out, you know. Or that have come out. And for example, I backed a Kickstarter from somebody who was launching like a new comic, and she did like 2 issues of it and then dropped it. You know what I mean? And like, they were happy to take the money and then move on. And you get burned by that sometimes. But then Amanda brings up Sea of Stars, where I backed that on Kickstarter, and the game was already like kind of fully formed, and the team had proven themselves, and, you know, the communication in that case was really good, and the entire experience was pretty smooth, even though the game still took a long time to make. I think I backed it over 3 years ago, you know. So there's a pretty fine line, I think, and there's also a school of thought of like, well, if I'm communicating and if I'm making behind the scene devlogs, then I'm not making the game. You know what I mean? And there's like a bunch of different, you know, angles you can take from that, but it is a fine balance, and it's the kind of thing that people who are running their own Kickstarters have to think about. But as a backer, I think you have to just kind of like weigh those things for yourself. Like, if you're willing to put in however much money and potentially never see anything from it, you know, that's why for me, like, there was a time when I was donating way too much money to these. But now I come in at the tier that like gets me the thing, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll give it the $20 or whatever, and if I lose it, I lose it, and, you know, fool me once, shame on you. That sort of deal. But, you know, I don't go crazy about it anymore. But it just kind of depends on the situation, and you do come in with some inherent risk every single time.
Yeah, for sure.
I do
That's
follow.
kind of how I feel. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lachlan.
I was just going to say, I do follow a few creators that, I don't know if they have Kickstarters for their games, but I do watch their like D-vlogs and stuff. So I think those are interesting to watch. That's all I was going to say.
I was just going to say, I've hesitated so much on Kickstarter because that's my thing. It's like, well, I don't know what's going to happen to it. I could back it, and then we may never hear about it ever. And it's so interesting. I hadn't been on Kickstarter in a long time until I heard about this zoo game. And there's so much on here. Like, there's so many. It's such a eclectic mix of games.
So much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there's so much there, and so many people, a lot of solo devs doing stuff. So I think it's cool. I think the platform is great. But yeah, like Seth, to your point, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, had I known Sea of Stars was on there prior to me finding it when I did, maybe I would have backed it. I don't know. This zoo game may be the first one that I back. I don't know. It's kind of like a risk.
Yeah, and it's funny too because you do feel a sense of pride when you back something that does come out. You know, like there is like a sense of like, oh yeah, like I was there for that. Like my name's in the credits of Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
You know, and like that feels good. You know, like it feels good when those success stories happen. But at the same time, there are many games where it's like, okay, cool. Like I guess that's probably never coming out. You know, and you get into like weird situations where the people who do like communicate properly, it's like there's this one game I backed where the guy's like, yeah, I was making it with my wife and we got divorced. Like just all this like stuff, you know, and you kind of get involved in people's livelihoods and the game's budgets over time like balloon far beyond like whatever amount they raised for Hatch Tales is not what it costs to make Hatch Tales.
No
you
doubt.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that and like video game development and indie game development is so much more complicated in 2024 than it was in 2017 or whatever too. So these are all factors, but I think you just have to do what makes sense for you. And if you're not comfortable backing something in the knowledge that you might never get it, you probably shouldn't, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's actually such a shame. You probably did a nice, you did a very nice job talking about Hatch Tales a little bit earlier. Just imagine though, if all the people who backed it, these are the most passionate Atui fans from around the world. I'm not so sure how many of them are going to be like pumped about and telling their friends I'm playing this. And it's like you just took this community of like the most passionate and you kind of took all the passion out. It's deflated, and it's such a shame because who knows I don't know how well this game is selling, but you didn't do yourself any favors by disenfranchising, the people who are going to be your champions for it. So that alone should have, I would say, encourage and incentivize Jules and the team to just keep those folks happy because they're going to be the ones on the ground, like they're your street crew, they're the ones who will rally the troops. And when it finally arrives, you could either have people like me going like womp womp, who cares, I cannot be shouting from the rooftops about this. But if I felt better about it, then me and however many other hundreds or however many people contributed to this thing, we would be celebrating it. And then you have that other push from the community. It's not just a financial push to get it started or kickstarted, but also when it finally launches, like you got all these people championing it. And I don't think that's happening with this one, which is a shame. And I probably won't ever kickstart a game ever again, to be honest with you. I don't know if I was ever, like I said, I don't know if I was ever the type to really do that. If you did something, Seth, I'd probably kickstart it, honestly, or any of you, through anybody. Friends-wise.
Equally. Yeah.
But at the same time, like maybe I shouldn't, because if something goes wrong in your lives, then I'll hold it against you forever,
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
Guess there's that.
Yeah, those things, and the thing that I try to. This is just a me thing, and I get it. I do try to choose empathy in every case. I do try to be empathetic with the people who are burned by this stuff and the people who are affected at the development level at the same time. It's funny because you go into the Atui Discord and people are happy with the game. But to your point, Sean, nobody's out there banging the drum for it, and the copies that the game has quote unquote sold are copies that were sold 7 years ago. You know what I mean? So.
And honestly, maybe like even like a make good. I don't know what that exactly looks like, but something else, maybe like you get bumped up to the next tier, or I don't know what it could be. Like just something that goes like, you've been really patient. I know this has been a trip. Here's what we can do. Like, I don't know. I don't know the economics behind any of that stuff, but I think I've said enough on it. Probably.
Yeah. It's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting topic, but yeah, just I would say anybody, when you like HVAC Sparky says, a very risky business. It definitely is. It's a very risky business. Okay, let me see. We're running long. Let's do maybe one or two more questions here. This is kind of an interesting question from Yarden. Any quick thoughts on the Analog 3D and any must-get game recommendations for it. I don't think too many in this community are super excited for it, but I am. I never had an N64, probably because of my age, but I am fully invested. I even started buying N64 carts in anticipation. Welcome back, and have a great show. I mean, this could be a whole episode, just N64 games. This could be a whole episode.
I guess that's what it would be, right?
Yeah, like we probably could just, but yeah, for those who don't know, Analog makes these just really good, really high quality, like hardware emulation. They've done like handheld games like Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color with the Analog Pocket, and now they have the Analog 3D, which is for Nintendo 64. And there is no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to be like the definitive way to play N64 games. You can like hook up your HDMI and play it in HD, and it's not like just dumping the ROM or whatever. It's actually like hardware emulation and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful devices that they make. And yeah, like the N64 has a pretty great library of stuff at the, it's a pretty small library comparatively. I think the N64 only has like 300 games on it or something like that. But yeah, like it's a really cool device, and I'm sure it's already sold out. I'm sure it's sold out instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad Yarden got one. I'm glad Yarden's excited. And to his point, I haven't seen that many people talking about it. I don't know if it's because analog devices like do sell out so much, and and there's like all this fervor behind them, but I do feel like the community's been a little bit lukewarm on this, but I think it's really cool. If I had the disposable income, I'd be all over it.
I think Ryan picked one up.
I bet.
Or he was going to anyways. Yeah, he was pretty excited about this one. I think it looks really sleek. I'm really interested in the controller, probably more than almost anything else, just because the 64 controller, of course, very uniquely designed.
It's a weird controller,
and they've sort of like remapped this controller to a traditional like Switch controller, like what normal controllers look like right now. It's not a three-prong kind of monstrosity, but it looks like they've done a decent job of this. The B and the A button, and then the C buttons off to the right there.
C buttons are there.
Yeah, like I think that could actually work, because when I play on NSO and play some like Star Fox 64, I can't use a Switch Pro controller. Like it just doesn't work. It doesn't map well at all, and of course there's no real way to remap the buttons without doing it at a system level, so you've just got to buy a 64 controller that they'll conveniently sell for the authentic experience. So I've got one of those for my one time a year where I play Star Fox 64, and that's it. But the controller looks really good here. I don't notice the hiccups with like non-authentic emulation or whatever it is. Like I don't think that I see that quite as well as other people do. But I would say like $250 is a pretty reasonable price.
It's a great price
for this. Kind of surprising, because again, like when I think about analog, I think of the Pocket, which is quite expensive, actually.
Right.
Yeah. But again, I don't know how badly I need this, because I have NSO right now. I've got a controller. So am I going to have this, plug it in, and put, actual cartridges in? I'm not sure if I'm that guy anymore, but kudos to those who are, man, because it looks really nice.
Yeah. Any N64 games jump out for y'all that you'd recommend for Yarden as a newcomer to the N64?
Kirby and the Crystal Shard.
Yeah. Good
100%.
game. Sean's favorite. Yeah.
Jet Force Gemini.
Oh, yeah. You still recommend Jet Force Gemini?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Amanda? Any N64 games?
Wave Race.
Yeah.
Wave Race is it.
Wave Race is a good game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't play much N64. I played it at like an after-school program, so we just had like Yoshi. We had Mario Kart. Yoshi. Sorry. Mario 64 was classic.
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
But GoldenEye was it for me. That was my N64 game. I liked the music.
Blast Core.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct Gold. KI Gold. Yeah.
Yeah. It's tricky, right? Because a lot of these games that we're mentioning, I mean, they have done a really good job of putting this stuff on NSO.
Yeah.
Like I think damn near everything we've mentioned is on NSO at this point.
Yeah, the banjos.
Yeah, I think Banjo-Tooie probably dropped like while we were talking tonight. So
yeah, I think it did.
those games are on NSO at this point, and there's not too much that hasn't made its way over. And then even further than that, a lot of N64 games, and a lot of this does come down to the controller. So I'll be curious how much better the controller makes the playability of some of these games. But yeah, it's that stuff. For me, I point towards kind of the stuff that you're not going to see on NSO is the stuff that I'd kind of recommend tracking down the carts for, stuff like Snowboard Kids. And yeah, I love Snowboard Kids. Both of them. They're both really good. It's Mario Kart, but on snowboards, and it's really good. I'd recommend that. I'd recommend stuff like Space Station Silicon Valley, which I've talked about on this show, and everybody was not impressed, but I like that game. Mischief Makers, I would recommend that game, which is like a 2D side-scrolling kind of. It's by Treasure, the people who make like Gunstar Heroes, and you shake people and throw people around. Yeah, there's a bunch of really good stuff. But I would, if I were you, Yarden, I would look to stuff like that, like stuff that's maybe less likely to come to NSO, and grab the carts for that. Yeah, Buck Bumble, of course. Get Buck Bumble. The Star Fox game with bumblebees. Yeah.
There's a slide here that sort of shows a bunch of cartridges. It was like an Army Men game, Excite Bike 64.
Oh, that Army Men game.
Vigilante 8 was on 64. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I only knew it on PlayStation. NFL Blitz, get NFL Blitz. That probably isn't on NSO. NFL Blitz rules. Oh, shout out.
I'm
That's
how
awesome.
can Sean read this? I'm squinting. I can't even read.
I'm leaning into my screen. We got Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I don't know if Yarden, if this would be interesting to you at all, but my little brother just fixed his N64, and he just finished Harvest Moon, and then he's playing Paper Mario on that, and he also has
so good
the Japanese version of Animal Crossing, but he plays his N64 almost every single day.
Yeah. Yeah, look at stuff like Chameleon Twist or Rocket Robot on Wheels. Check that out, Yarden. That's the first game from Sucker Punch.
Yeah. All the wrestling games. None of them will be on NSO. WrestleMania 2000. What's the other one? WCW versus NWO. Really good. Yeah.
What's that? What's that one? Is it No Mercy? The
No
really
Mercy.
Popular,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ribo in the chat. Yes, definitely. The wrestling games are great on 64. Oh, dang. Yeah. I might need one of these things. None of these games are on NSO. Oh, no.
Yeah. Some of the more the ones that are a little more under the radar, a little more obscure, that's the stuff I would buy physical carts for. Because a lot of the stuff, your Zeldas, your Marios, that stuff's going to be on.
Even Turok. I think you can play Turok on NSO. Yep. Turok's really good.
Yep. They've remastered Dark. Those games and everything. So.
Oh, yeah. The Turoks. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let's hit this one real quick since it's timely. Purple Riolu, with the Splatfest coming up this weekend, are you team Wizard, Knight, or Ninja? Make your argument based on which class is best in RPGs and which you would go trick-or-treating as. Did y'all know there's a Splatfest this weekend?
No idea.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
This is the first
it's a
I've
Halloween
heard.
one. Yep. It's a Halloween Splatfest. Wizard, Knight, or Ninja. I'm team Wizard, I think. I feel like I got to go team Wizard. Yeah.
Yep. It's green.
Yeah. Yep. What are you thinking? What do you guys, Amanda?
Ninja.
Sean, which team?
Always a ninja.
Oh, Ninja's Amanda.
Always a ninja. Never not a ninja.
Believe it.
Believe it.
I'll go Knight. I like that. I like that Knight armor.
So you, Sean.
Is
I'd
it?
say yeah, Knight. Yeah, that's you.
I like the artwork.
Knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, the question here is, what would you be in a fantasy world? Not what would you dress up in or whatever. This is what you would be.
Oh, I'd be a
That
wizard.
is my fantasy.
Oh, there's
Ninja.
no doubt I'd be a wizard.
Yeah. Yeah. Wizard.
I love
for sure.
magic. I always pick the mage.
Yeah. My wife and I always try to play these together, and it'll be kind of nice because now, the advantage of being in a tiny apartment is now we can play Splatoon right next to each other. So
there's nowhere to run.
Yeah, we're just. She'll be right there.
she's
We'll
right
just be
there.
playing Splatoon, yeah. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Okay, I think that pretty much does it. I'll answer this real quick. This is a pretty Seth-coded question from Yon32. Mario movie versus Mario movie lore question: is Bowser turtle or T-Rex? Turtle, based on a turtle. It's like Koopa, Koopa's based on turtle, based on
Amanda's so confused
Kappa
right now.
and stuff.
How?
Yeah.
What? How is he not?
Obviously, you didn't listen to our spoiler cast
I'm
on the
sorry.
Now on
1993
Patreon.
hit classic Super Mario Bros. Starring Bob
Yeah.
Hoskins and Dustin Hoffman.
And Dustin
It's
Hoffman,
not
of course.
Dustin Hoffman.
Now available on Patreon. It just went live, I think, yesterday
Yes.
for patrons. So that was super fun. Like a 2-hour long discussion on the 1993
Might be the
Mario
only one
movie.
that exists on the internet. You and I did
A
it.
deep dive.
We'll tackle this. Oh, deep dive. Definitely. Like, beat by beat, man.
Point by point with
Yeah.
intense notes talking about like the official, non-official comic follow-up to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good stuff. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah.
So that was part of September. But yeah, Turtle, for sure, Turtle. Bowser Turtle, all the way.
Yeah, no arguments there.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Cool.
I like turtles.
Well, if y'all will allow it, can I,
I
thank
will.
our patrons?
Go ahead.
do it.
See if I
Thank you
care.
guys. I challenge you to care. Thank you all so much for your support at patreon.com/carpool gaming, for your support, getting us to Extra Life and beyond. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank you to our ultimate producers like Jonathan Brown, whose music can be found at linktree/pme.jib and who can also be found at Extra Life. Thank you to Cwaggy, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes, also come in Extra Life. And thank you to TechMike, who says whether you're Kevesi or Agnian, you're a Xenobabe at heart. Thanks so much for Ultimate Producers. Links are in the show notes. Thank you to our Platinum producers, Smokin Joe, Solo, The Captain, and Tim Paullin. And thank you to our Gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, BobLoblaw, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Drellesh, Emily O'Kelly, Hoppel, Jan32, Kia Savoy, Ligerwoods 330, OldMrFrump, Patrice Mallette, Peje EP, Shane Erickson, TheDonRob, The Yiggy Collector, and Toxic. Thank you all so much for your love and support. Patreon.com/carpool gaming. Get a 7-day free trial to the exclusive tier. Listen to the Mario movie 93 spoiler cast and many other things for 7 days for free. Patreon.com/carpool gaming. Thank you all so much.
You can
Ta-da.
listen to my pants episode.
Yeah. Lockless Pants is
Listen
up.
to
Matt's
Lockless
up
Pants.
next.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come get
Yep.
in my pants. Come listen.
No,
No,
don't do that. That's
no,
we're on the
no.
internet right now.
No.
Don't.
I know where we are.
Nope. Rewind.
I know what I'm about.
I know where I'm at.
Back up.
Oh man, you're doing an in-person event next week. Don't be doing that.
Well, that's fine. It'll buff out. So my physical for this week is the Super Mario Party Jamboree popcorn tin bucket.
Yeah.
Because
By the way, Lockleth, can you zoom in on Bowser on that bucket? Amanda, check this out. Pancakes. Check that out.
Shout out to Team Pancakes.
Now look at his face. He's mortified.
he hates
He's
it.
burning it.
He does not like it.
Only
well,
Toad
Toad-
likes
Okay.
it.
Yeah, Toad and Goomba are making good pancakes back there. So
See, Luigi,
go.
not touching him. That's my boy. That's what I like to see.
I thought Amanda would enjoy that. Those are now icons right now on NSO, and I thought of Amanda when I saw them.
Is it just a
Pancakes.
pancake? Because I'll be just a pancake.
No, it's Toad and Goomba like flipping
Okay.
pancakes.
Just zoom in
Yeah.
on the pancake.
Yeah. Nice. I like that tin. It's a good
Yeah.
tin.
Good
If you
tin.
buy it at
Neat
Target
tin.
in the U.S., you get the tin.
You
Can
put
we fill
stuff
it
in
with popcorn at Extra Life?
I can.
Totally.
I'm probably not going to pack it though.
Oh.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that'd be tricky. Yeah.
Yeah. I wear it as a helmet and go through security.
You'd fit your whole body inside of that.
Ma'am,
Oh, yeah.
You'd be
Ma'am.
like Solid Snake.
ma'am, take off the helmet going through the TSA, please.
What this? Ding, ding, ding.
Ma'am, put it in a bucket.
I don't have any metal. Ding, ding, ding.
Locke would be
You
like
go
a
through the
little
thing and it
hermit
just
crab.
beeps. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, what could it be?
This is just my head. What?
I have a metal
love
plate
it.
in there.
Make it a belt buckle.
Oh, yeah. There you
That
go.
would be
Could.
massive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Could
It's
do.
bigger than she is.
I mean, I put it in view. It's not.
Just force
Yeah.
perspective.
Force perspective,
Okay.
exactly.
That's
yeah,
all
it's
it
a
is.
trick. It's definitely
Trick of
movie
the light.
magic. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
right.
Sean, where can people
yeah,
find
this
you?
time. Oh,
You're not even
crap.
ready. Look at you.
I'm not ready.
Get
You can
with it.
find me on Twitter, Sean Capri. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. You can find me in Rome. You can donate if you like to. The links are in the show notes. But most importantly, you can add me as a friend on Nintendo Switch Online. where you can only see what I'm playing. That's the only functionality to this, but you can if you want. Go SW687902366588, just like my boy Eric Lindros. That is all for me. Thank you. I'll see you all in Rome or Utica or wherever the hell it is.
Surrounding areas.
Surrounding areas.
Surrounding areas. New York City. That's where we're at.
In New York. Yeah.
We're having a jam sesh in New
Well,
York.
Extra Life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Me
So
too.
excited.
All of us.
Yeah, this entire
4
crew.
for 4. Mm-hmm. Just like the Xbox Drive.
Exactly the same.
Not at all.
Half of the Xbox Drive. would be there.
Half the Xbox
Yeah.
Drive.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
You
batting
have
500
the
over
X.
there.
You don't have the box. You have the
Yeah.
X.
Better than the PlayStation Drive last year. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
And
true.
on that note, Seth, where can people find you on the internet, my friend?
I'm still on X for now. I'm $2 Hero over there. I did make a Blue Sky, and I really like it over there, actually. I did get on Blue Sky, so I'm a $2 Hero over there as well. I've been enjoying that quite a bit. For people who haven't made the leap over there, it's pretty nice not being inundated with, like, bots and whatever on Blue Sky. It's pretty good. I like it. It's like just like Twitter. I mean, it really is just like Twitter. They made Twitter, and anyway, I dig it. And of course, you can add me on Switch. My code is SW411280613454, of course, just like Eric Lindros, and I'll be in Rome and surrounding areas too. I'll be at a Barnes & Noble. You'll find me there.
Having a coffee.
Getting hammered and smoking cigarettes at a Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not at
Amanda.
Barnes. Can't
Smoking
do that
like
to
a-
Barnes.
Smoking like a chimney over there.
Oh my gosh.
B&N? Can't do that at B&N.
Being in.
No. Shameful. Amanda, where can
Yes.
people pleasantly find you besides...
Breathing clean air over there.
Clean air,
Healthy.
no toxins. We may not be thriving, but we're not putting toxins in our body.
No, just letting
you-
the sun do it to
Just
the outside.
this radiation.
Yeah, please give the sun. I feel better about that. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/miles_of_Amanda. You can also find me all over the internet at miles_of_Amanda.
And y'all can find me on YouTube at Locklith. You can find me at Blue Sky at Locklith. So much, no ads.
That's
Oh,
nice.
it rules. Yeah,
Oh, it's the
it rules.
best.
Yeah.
No political stuff. I'm just seeing so many like artists over there, which I'm following like literally everyone.
Talking about games.
Talking about
Yeah.
games, doing fun
good.
little threads with trends and things, and it's just nice. It's nice over there.
Talking about butt sex.
And y'all
Yeah,
can find
that's
me
good.
in the Discord where we pull all of our questions from. Even if we don't get to all the questions, we do pull our questions from the Discord every
We
week.
try, man.
We'll pull them.
Yeah. We're pulling something. But thank you all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Bump that like button if you haven't already. And fuel this carpool in the comments below with your spooky game recommendations. What games are you playing on Halloween night? Do you have a game that you play every year? I'm curious. I want more recommendations. I want all the spooky games. I'm into it this year. I'm fully
Yes.
invested in the spooky games. So
Spooky
it's not-
games. I love it. Cool. All right, bye. See you in Extra Life. Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!
Beak.